Hey there, so it's Matt Tommey here in Asheville's River Arts District. One of the things I love to do is create wall hangings, and being a basket maker, I never thought that I would do metal, but I love metal because it kind of gives a different texture and shape, and the way the color looks, the way the light hits it. It's just a wonderful juxtaposition to a lot of the natural baskets that I make. These are actually made out of iris foliage, if you can believe that, and then covered in encaustic wax as well to give them a really fine coating as well as a nice sheen. But in this wall hanging here, which is going to be very simple, I really want to do a couple of things that will come out from that, really like it's in nature. And so one of the ways I do that is with copper leaves. And so people are always asking me, well, how do you do that? How does a copper leaf start out and that sort of thing? Well, it just starts out with basic copper, that I get at the recycling place, just sheet copper. I get this in big sheets like old gutters and flashing and things like that. And then I take it and either hand cut it or sometimes I draw it on the computer and laser cut it into forms like this. So this is a pretty detailed one that's been laser cut off of one of my drawings. But it's just a fern leaf that you would see in nature. And what I've got to do in order to get this to really be workable is take something that's pretty rigid, which is this copper here, and do what's called anneal it, which is basically taking the copper and turning it red hot and making it like in a taffy. Not quite like taffy, but really, really soft and flexible, so that you can maneuver it, you can work it, hammer it, and actually make it into something beautiful. So let me show you how I do that. So what I'm going to do is just take this and I'll put it over here on my little stand, and I'll begin to turn it red hot. So this is just turning it red hot. I'm just heating it up right now, and with a basic torch here, you can see it'll start to turn colors. So just working it right there. See how right now, there it is. It starts to turn red hot. I'll do that all the way down the leaf, down into here. Just get everything really hot. And that's just changing the molecular structure is what it's doing. And now once it's ready, don't pick it up with your fingers. Ask me how I know that. Well, I'll have to tell you in another video. But take it like this. I just have a little bucket right here. I just take it and just quench it like that. And that gives me, now I can take this and you can see how flexible that is now. Just really, really flexible. What I do then typically is put it in a mold. I have a number of different molds that I've taken. Like this one, for example, is just a piece of wood that I put a groove in. And I'll actually take this and hammer it down. I also have some that are like this from my kudzu leaves that I've done over the years, and I'll take that and put it in there and hammer it so that it fits exactly in those grooves. But once the groove, the initial groove is put in, I'll have something that looks like this. So you can see I've got a vein there, and I'll flatten those out. And I love this because it gives me the texture that I'm going for. And so I'll just take a little hammer like this and just go through and make sure every one of those gets some texture, just like that. Every one of those leaves gets about 15 to 30 different hammer strokes, and then I'll have to go back and tighten all that up and do the patina and all that. But you can see now that how the leaf looks is really nice, and I'll just go through and do that whole thing there. After that, I put something called liver of sulfur on it, which will let it change the color and that sort of thing, and then I'll actually use this little tail to fit that into the basket or fit it on to the piece. So I'll show you just a little bit how I finished all that up, and but that's how I make copper leaf ornaments for my baskets.